Good morning, guys. Welcome to the magical Spitzkoppe. Came through yesterday afternoon, so kind of arrived in the dark, set everything up, and had a nice little fire going down here. Got some nice lights coming up onto the peaks at the moment, and there's a little Dassie staring at me from up there. If you guys are able to see that. But yeah, so I came through yesterday afternoon, and plan for today is just to basically chill around here, explore for a little bit. I'm gonna get some coffee going just now, and then just have a little walk around, just kind of see what's going on over here. Last night there was an incredible Milky Way as well, so got some nice sort of camping astro photos there. So because it was kind of like a last minute decision to come through to Spitzkoppe, I didn't really have everything prepared and set up as I should have. So my camera batteries, the one wasn't charged properly. So just got that going on down here on the auxiliary battery, and as you can see, the solar panels also in here because I've been charging the auxiliary battery at home for the last couple of days, sort of just outside in the sun, so I didn't want to kind of bother with putting it back out here again. And I knew that at Spitzkoppe I don't need to drive around too much, so I was planning to kind of leave the bakkie in its spot. So now I can at least take the solar panel out, put it sort of down at the front where the sun's coming out now, and then get the auxiliary battery charged up and get the camera batteries charged and all the other things that kind of need charging at the moment. There we have it. The solar panel is now set up into the sun, so at least the auxiliary battery is getting a nice charge going, and I know I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so got my coffee going down here. Hope you guys can see that. I'm using kind of trying to test between using my phone at the moment, because I know using the front camera, like the selfie camera, then the light in the background tends to kind of like freak out a little bit, so to speak. So I know that using the back camera is a lot better, and it's of course a lot better quality as well. Got 4K with the back camera here, but I know that my main sort of photo camera has a nice depth of field, but it's also a lot closer up when I'm filming myself, so I'm kind of trying to test between which one I prefer. So the clips that you saw before this was with that camera, and now this one is obviously with the phone, but yeah, with that being a crop sensor camera and a 24mm lens, then I think it's like equivalent 38mm lens on a full frame. So yeah, it's a lot closer. It doesn't have image stabilization, so that's not great, but yeah, hopefully it looks okay. But yeah, for now, using the phone. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I've got my auxiliary battery now on the solar panel, which I have standing just at the front here. The sun is a bit behind clouds at the moment, but so yeah, at least that's getting charge. And then I've just got my let me just switch it around. I've got my inverter plugged in to the battery, which is charging my camera battery at the moment. We can see that the battery's at 12.9 at the moment. Sorry for all the mess, because I had my freezer plugged in at the front yesterday using the inverter into the car's cigarette lighter, but I don't want to be running the car the whole day, so I'm gonna plug the freezer into the battery now as well, So the reason I had it in the car last night driving here, because at home the freezer wasn't plugged in, so it wasn't sort of at temperature. Sorry, yeah, it wasn't at temperature, so I didn't want to plug it into the battery and completely drain sort of the battery, just because it's trying to get the temperature down. So let me just quickly get this plugged in. Okay, so now that the freezer is plugged in as well, let me see what. So it's gone down to 12.7 volts from 12.9, 12.6. So yeah, it's not too bad at all with having the inverter charging the battery and the fridge running, and with the sun being behind the clouds at the moment. But I'll get the solar set up nicely once the sun is out again. And yeah, so that's basically the sort of setup at the moment. Just gonna wait for this coffee to boil, and then see, the water to boil, sorry, and then get the coffee going. And yeah, let me know what you guys think between my phone and main camera in terms of sort of video quality. Of course, the main camera for photos, that can't be beaten in terms of my phone. But for sort of these vlogging videos, then the wider angle and the incredible quality of the phone is, it's very, very nice to have. So I've just made a nice cup of coffee that I'm going to enjoy now. At least got some shade because the sun is getting quite hot now. And I definitely waited a very long time for this coffee, so going to enjoy it. I thought that I'm only going to need a little fire to get the water boiling, but yeah, seems that it then just kind of died on me. So yeah, it definitely took a while, but gonna enjoy it now, relax, enjoy the shade and sort of cooling off a little bit after being out in the sun now. And then just gonna have a little wander around, not really sure exactly where I'm gonna go yet, but I guess that's part of the adventure, not having a particular plan and just kind of enjoying being here. So this bit where I am now, just down here, there's, in the summertime, when it's rained quite a bit, then there's a natural sort of rock pool that forms. Unfortunately, there's no water in it at the moment, but it's at least a nice little overhanging section. So a nice shaded area. Just had a nice little sort of walk around, see what's going on. The place where I'm camping is just a bit further back that way. Always just nice to kind of explore places a bit more and just not sort of be at home. So I think with it now kind of getting towards the sort of heat of the day. It's almost 12 o'clock, that I'm going to go ahead back to the campsite and then drive around, because most of the campsites are actually over on that side, but because I kind of got here after dark last night, it was kind of pointless to try and find a nice site, but because Spitzkoppe is kind of renowned for its sunsets and astrophotography, I think it'll be good to try and just sort of drive around and find a nice site for tonight. So I think, yeah, I'm just going to head back, pack up, and then head over there just to find another place to camp tonight. So now that everything is nicely packed away, as you guys saw, it really doesn't take too long. It obviously is just a bit of effort if you're needing to sort of pack up and pack down every day. But I mean, it's not a big mission. As you saw as well, I moved the solar panel, so it's actually now sort of on the ground now, facing basically directly upwards towards the sun. And with just the freezer still running at the moment, it is fully charged basically. We're getting full charge in at 14.4. It's obviously flickering a little bit there on the camera, but yeah, so it's getting 14.4 volts in, which is decent. So I'm glad that the solar is doing its job at the moment. So I actually had a nice little shower just now as well. It's getting proper hot now. So yeah, I just thought I'll have a nice shower and just to have a nice cool down, and also just to kind of freshen up a little bit. And yeah, it feels like it's been a while since I've done like a nice camping vlog, and you know, like a proper camp as well. Of course, I had a few sort of safari vlogs prior to this, where I had sort of leopard tracking at Okonjima, and then went to the coast to Swakopmund and to Torre Bay, and then from there went to Etosha, which was just like a self-drive kind of game drive safari that side, which was of course very nice. But yeah, it feels like it's been a while since I've done a proper camping video with kind of showing more of the camping setup. Of course, not too much has changed, but I actually went to Simot yesterday, which is a sort of four-wheel drive accessories and camping store here in Namibia. So I went there yesterday because I'm wanting to link my auxiliary battery with my main battery, just sort of like a parallel link with an isolator. At the moment, it's just with solar panel that it's charging. So especially like when we were in Swakopmund and Torre Bay, when it's not nice and sunny like it is at the moment every day, a lot of cloud cover, then of course the battery isn't getting the full charge that it's needing. So with running like the freezer that I'm running at the moment, when I'm needing to do camera batteries, if I need to charge my laptop, and then the tire compressor as well, that takes a lot of charge. So it's just kind of more peace of mind if I know that it's charging the battery from the alternator while I'm driving as well, and the times that I'm needing to pump up the tires with the compressor, then I can just run the vehicle, and I know that it's not going to drain the battery. So yeah, I'm thinking of getting that done. And I mean, of course, it's something that's going to be a good investment. Of course, the auxiliary batteries are almost like a necessity nowadays with all the things that we are running. And I don't want to unnecessarily deplete that and sort of run down its life cycle earlier than what it needs to be. So yeah, that's just something that I'm looking at doing, and I'm still at the same campsite as what I was this morning. I've just kind of packed up the tent and moved into the shade a little bit. so I haven't driven yet to go and find another campsite. I just thought, well, I've got a nice little overhanging shade section. I'm gonna sort of make the most of it and just chill out for a little bit. But yeah, I'll head over to find another site just now. Okay, so I've got this campsite. I'm thinking, because there's the fire spot just there, that the bakkie is then like that with a tent open facing this way. And then we've got that little finger mountain over that side. Just give a bit of a wider view there. And then hopefully Milky Way and stars up there, fire burning down here, tent open, yeah. And then over from this side, the sun sets over on that side, so hopefully you can get cool shots from both sides. So from over here with the fire going, over there, tent and sunset. So yeah, hopefully this will be a good spot to camp for tonight. And then the next point of order before I kind of relax too much would be to collect some firewood. It's so like the like bags of wood that I buy from the garages, they've all just got like these big stumps, so they kind of take forever to take a light if you don't have like more kindling pieces. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating. So I'm just gonna have a little wander around and see if I can find some smaller dry pieces of wood that I can use kind of as kindling, and then yeah, I don't have to worry too much about the fire getting going. And then hopefully I can get some extra as well then for tomorrow morning if I want to make some more coffee over the fire, that it's not such a mission as it was this morning. So I've got my smaller pieces just to get the fire going, and then slightly bigger pieces of wood, and then of course from the bag that I bought from the garage. So hopefully that should be good to get the fire going, and not a bad view. Now that the firewood is sorted, it's time to just chill for a little bit, enjoy some more shade again, and just kind of wait, I guess, for sunset time. I think it's around 2 o'clock-ish now. So yeah, at least got some time to just kind of relax. And now it is coffee time. Now, I know some of you might be wondering, if it's so hot, why would you want to drink coffee? So the answer to that is kind of twofold. One, because coffee, and two, because rusks, which is the best snack. And the mother was kind enough to bake some extra for me to have here. So, dankie ma. I'm gonna enjoy some rusks now. And of course, the coffee is none other than the beautiful Slotan, which always hits the spot. Still nice and hot from the brew this morning. Okay, now it's time to set up the tent, so let's quickly get that going. And that's that. With just having the front and the back open, that's all that it takes. And then, of course, we can open the two sides as well. just readjusted my solar panel, putting it up against the chair just to kind of make the most of the sun at the moment, which kind of got me thinking about all the sort of different solar things that we use, or at least can use. I mean, especially in places like this where sun is readily available, why would you not use solar power? So yeah, for instance, got the 120 watt solar panel there that I use to charge my auxiliary battery, which you guys have seen. And then of course I've got a Snowmaster fridge freezer, which this remote is also a solar powered, sort of its charge is through solar. So it shows me that at the moment my fridge is at -2 and it's getting 14.1 volts through with the solar power there. And then also along with that, also got this cool little lamp, basically, like a light bulb, which you can hang up. This also charges with a small solar, so that's very handy, and it also gives a very nice light. Obviously you can't see it too well, but you can see the different LEDs that it's got in there. And then along with that, another solar light. It's also charged with solar. So I mean, to think if I went camping for 2 months, 3 months, anything like that, and I had sun available, I had my auxiliary battery and the solar panel, I could keep the meat frozen, juice cold, beers cold, all my lights charged. So yeah, it's just sort of, I guess, amazing the different things that you can get that's solar powered nowadays, making not only camping but sort of everyday life a lot easier, especially in places like South Africa that has load shedding. Get yourself a battery box and a solar panel. You can at least charge your phones, plug in a fridge or freezer. Just makes life a lot easier. This is the Spitzkoppe bar with ice cold anywhere. And to finish it off, how good is that view and light right now? So I'm gonna sign off so long, because I always forget to sign off. I don't have a sign off kind of thing. So I'll still play some more videos, hopefully some time lapses of kind of fire and sunset, and hopefully stars. At least it's cleared up now in terms of clouds. But yeah, so hopefully there'll be some more to come after this. But yeah, just because I always kind of forget to sign off, I'm going to do that so long. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. And let me know down below in the comments what you guys think, if there's anything that you want to see different. But yeah, hopefully can get you guys some more camping videos coming soon as well. If you have any recommendations of cool sites in Namibia that I might not have been to yet, then please do let me know. For now, I'm going to enjoy this, get a nice little fire going in a little bit. I've got all my different woods lined up there. So yeah, cheers guys, see you in the next one. Okay, it's time to get the fire going. So hopefully my little plan here of the different woods will work, and that the kindling will at least help to get the fire going properly.